Hello everyone, this is Kristen, and I'm putting the cruise and cruise director today as we head to Ashland, Kentucky and Camayo Arcade. I've been learning to ride a motorcycle over the last couple weeks. It's a Can-Am Ryker 900 and I am in love. As the weather warms up, expect to see this girl more often. Since I have just my permit right now, I can't go too far from home, and this has given me a great opportunity to do some exploring around the local area and gave me a great excuse to finally get back to Camayo Arcade and make a video about it. Oh, hey buddy, watch your step there. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know this isn't the first time I've been here, but I only had my photo camera with me that day, so I came back with my mall camera to get some video footage. I came here twice actually, in case you're wondering why I seem to have a different outfit on in some of the shots. This is a sort of mall from before when malls were a thing. It's true that the modern shopping mall, as designed by Victor Gruen, came about in the 1950s, but enclosed shopping arcades date all the way back to the Middle Ages, and enclosed passages filled with small shops were built in Europe beginning in the 1800s. Camayo Arcade opened in 1926 and was the first structure of its kind in the state of Kentucky. Ashland was a bit of a boomtown during the industrial era, being home to coal, iron, and oil manufacturing and transport. It's a port city right on the Ohio River, and a lot of commodities are transported in and out of the region. It's still a major oil refining town that is home to a huge marathon facility. This led to the arcade being built as a symbol of Ashland's prosperity, and the builders envisioned it as a sort of community hub. Prior to the arcade, this was the site of a local furniture store called Josselson Brothers. When the arcade opened, it was under the management of two local businessmen, Alexander Cameron and John C.C. Mayo, resulting in the name Camayo, which is a portmanteau of the two names. Walking through here, you really get the feeling of every detail being planned. I think the stripes on the walls that spill over onto the windows really give a nice effect, and when you first notice it, you think they're shadows, but they're actually part of the wall. They're painted on. The doors to the restrooms still have hand-painted lettering on them. I always admire the attention to detail you see in these old buildings, that there are visual elements that serve no other purpose than to look nice and make the design flow. You don't see that as much anymore. Most newer structures tend to eschew adding anything that doesn't contribute to making money. When Camayo Arcade opened, there was a recreation center in the basement that features a bowling alley. There wasn't anyone here for me to ask if there's anything left down there and I could go check it out, but you have to imagine that the bowling alley was a pretty popular activity for those living in downtown Ashland back then. The bottom floor is full of small retail shops, a couple beauty shops, a barber shop, some local artisans, and a hot dog and spaghetti place called Jim's. We have a Jim's Spaghetti and Steaks over in Huntington down by campus, and I wonder if they're affiliated or if it's just a coincidence. Camayo Arcade was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1994. It has remained relatively true to its original design scheme. It was purchased in 2012 by its current owner, Perry Madden, who, as you can see, has taken great pains to keep the place looking as original as possible, even going so far as to have any replacement fixtures made in Cincinnati by a firm that specializes in period-correct reproductions.
Go ahead. You're welcome.
Thanks, allergies. As you can see, I sounded like a frog that day. This is a really interesting place and is well worth a stop if you're in the area. I highly recommend it. I want to give a shout out and encourage you to check out the latest member of the DMOD Seal, Yodeling Loon Retail, who covers the quirky and vintage malls around Minnesota and the surrounding states. His channel is growing quick and trust me, you want to see what's next. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Kristen from UniComm Productions.
Oh, hi, puppy. So pretty, huh?